Till tomorrow morning, it's bye-bye from me, and hello, Magella.
Good morning, darling. How are you today? I'm fine, thanks. I didn't think you'd be there today for some reason.
Why did you keep it a secret all these years about your real name?
It's difficult for me, John, because, if you reveal too much yourself to the public, they think they know you and they take liberties.
And your age. I mean, it's in the public domain now, ever since... well, did you not hear?
No, I didn't hear that. What was that?
A certain person opened your mail, and you must have been applying for a passport or something, because your birth certificate was in there with your real age and your real name, Magella.
Do you have that?
Do you
have that there? I heard you fiddling with something. Do you have that?
That's not me fiddling, that's you.
Oh, that's all right then. No, that was me. Somebody else fiddling. Oh, somebody behind me, I'm sorry.
Somebody fiddling behind you.
Well, I know nothing about that. My age is my secret, and I've never...
It's not your secret now, because the whole world knows.
Well, who knows? How did you find this out?
It was on the air yesterday.
Was it by whom? Who broadcast it? Come on, who broadcast it? What's the name of the broadcaster?
Couldn't possibly say that.
What's the name of the broadcast? Come on.
Couldn't possibly say that. I will not name my sources.
All right, then, okay. Okay, well, if you're going to start something and not finish it...
Now, Magella, don't get into a debate about it.
Don't call me Magella.
There's nothing wrong with being called Magella.
I know, but I just don't want you to call me that.
Why? It's your name.
You've never... Yes, I know, but you never called me that before.
Well, I like it. It's got a nice ring about it.
But you wouldn't like it if it was Harry, would you? No, you like Magella because
it's got a nice ring about it.
I used to be called Mary, but I changed it.
You see, you're trying to change the subject now because you're embarrassed that everybody knows.
Oh, look at the time and it's gone. We've been talking for nearly a minute and a half now.
Memorabilia.
All right, then. Goodbye. Memorabilia. Go on, say it again.
Magella.
Say memorabilia, Magella.
Magella.
Oh!
I remember Richard Nixon back in 74 and the final scene.
Right, that's James Taylor. That's a song called Line 'Em All. Well, this is Gerald Michael Anderson here. I'll be here until 12 o'clock. Thank you to Mr. Coyle for sitting in the hot seat just a moment. You got on okay, did you?
Everything. They pass us everything.
Obviously, yes. No reply. The number to ring if you want to contact this program is 08459 555 678. It's all very simple. You can send me an email if you wish, jerry.anderson@bbc.co.uk. Did you get on okay yesterday?
I think so.
Any complaints?
Well,
about you?
Yeah, I would say there probably was and there probably will be. But I'm not aware of them.
I know you're unaware of them because you don't get any complaints about you. You send me through all the ones about me.
Yeah.
But I know that the people in there protect you when you're here under the microphone.
Yeah.
So that's it. Listen, I came down with everything. I've lost everything. I've left everything upstairs. Do you mind if I just play a record and then go up and then get the stuff?
I'll do it for you.
No, please. No.
Here, I'll do it for you.
No, please, because I've included...
Your emails and mail?
It's on my desk, and there's a cassette of Gloria Hunniford singing Rose of Killarney.
Right. Okay, I'll go.
All that stuff that's sitting up on my desk, if you don't mind.
No, I don't.
I know, I hate to ask you this.
I know you do.
Just that I'm
Where
back.
were you yesterday?
I was down at Knock. I don't know what's funny about that. I see the two of you laughing. And let me just explain that Knock is where the Blessed Virgin Mary appeared in 1879 to some rustic people. I went down there to check it out.
What?
It's a great shrine. Sorry. It's a great shrine. Sorry, that was a mistake. There's a great shrine down there, and a lot of people go down there. You know, and I don't know why you're sniggering at it. Our Roman Catholic friends are very, very happy to go down there, as indeed you should be.
I'm not saying...
And indeed many of our Protestant friends go down there as well, because you've been there.
I've been there.
Well, what are you laughing at, the two of you?
You.
Yes?
Why you?
Why me?
Yeah. Why did you go?
Why not me? No, I was...
Was there money involved?
Yeah, of course there was.
Oh, I thought that.
I was down
doing... What were you
selling? I wasn't selling anything. I was earning money. I was down doing a radio program for another network.
You were broadcasting to the people at
Not broadcasting, recording interviews and various in-depth probings about all kinds of different things that you know nothing about.
Well, who's this?
Never you mind.
Who's it for?
Never you mind. It's for an English radio.
It's radio?
Yes, it's network radio, yes. I just don't do this, you know. I do other things.
What? Radio?
I'm not telling you. No, it's none of your business. I don't know why you're probing me like this. And even when you ask me and I tell you, you snicker and laugh and giggle. The two of you, you're Gerald's just
about you and Knock.
I told you I was a Knock and the two of you started to laugh. I know, there's an airport there and everything. You know?
Yes, all right.
It's like here, there's an airport here. People don't snigger and laugh when I say Gerry, do they?
No, but...
Well, why do you snigger and laugh when I say Knock? It's because you're irrelevant.
No, it's you.
It's not me.
You were there.
It's funny that I'm there.
I find it hard.
You think I don't belong there?
Yes, hard to imagine you walking around.
I used to be in the choir in St. Eugene's Cathedral. Don't you remember that?
With your rosary beads.
I used to sing the midnight mass solo at Destavy Dailies. I'm a very religious person.
I know.
Well, I was when I was 9.
Yeah.
But then something happened.
Will you turn me off, please?
Yes, I certainly will, with the greatest of pleasure.
Right.
Will you get those things for
I
me?
shall.
No, seriously, though, I don't like asking.
I'm away to get them.
But you know how I know, you know.
Turn me
sure,
off.
are you sure? Is it okay? Okay.
It's only up the stairs.
I know, but
flight of stairs.
I'm afraid to go up. It's 08459 555 678. That's the
Okay.
number to ring if you want to contact this program, or indeed if you want an email address, if you want an email read out, or indeed if you want to communicate with me through email. It's gerry.anderson@bbc.co.uk. Thank you very much indeed. It's a pleasure broadcasting.
See you after the news.
Thank you. See you after the
Bye.
news.
Bye.
Bye. There's someone on the line here. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Would you like to hear Gloria Hunniford singing Rose of Killarney?
Not particularly.
Well, you're going to hear it eventually.
Right.
Turn off now if you wish. Right, what can we do for you?
Well, are you Gerald Michael Magella?
No, I'm not, actually. I didn't like to embarrass John Bennett because he was lying through what remains of his teeth. Obviously, somebody has dickied up a birth certificate and has gone to the trouble of sending it to some broadcaster who has opened it and shown it to John, and with great merriment and mirth, he has revealed the contents to me. My name is not. My name is
I'm very
John.
anxious to speak to Gerry Anderson.
Well, my real name, my full name is Gerald Michael Oliver Plunkett Anderson.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
I'm
not Magella.
Promised this chap that he would do something for him
All right.
some time ago.
Uh-huh.
And then he was in touch with this chap a fortnight ago, and he said, now, if it's not done, if you haven't got it by Monday, you ring me up and tell me.
I think you're going to tell me that you were that soldier.
I am that soldier.
What did I promise to do for you?
You promised to write something for me, Gerry.
Like what?
A wee forward.
You're Davy Manderson.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Davy, I'm sorry, I forgot. Look, I asked you to ring if I forgot. And you never rang.
I sent you a nice thing last week,
What was that?
and it was something in poem form, and also there was a few wee jokes in it.
Oh, really? I didn't see that now. I don't know why. There's obviously been some kind of short in the wires. Davy, I will do that today.
That's a promise now.
I do. Let me just explain. Davy Manderson's a poet, and his work has been read on this program on many occasions. And you've got together a nice collection of stuff. And you wanted me to write a little thing in front of it, and I said I would, and I promised, and I never
Yes,
did.
it's very important because
I know it
it's
is.
about cancer.
I know it is. And you've obviously got to the stage now where you think that I'm just a messer.
Yes, I was thinking, you had a long discussion one day with James Martin,
Yes.
and you're telling him about all these people, and you would never do that, and you're doing it.
I'm doing it, yes. I've become George Jones. All I can say to you is that I will do that today.
All right, that's fair enough, Gerry. Thanks
Please do
very
not
much.
think that I'm a messer, because I've just reached that stage where I probably am. But I'm trying to fight it.
Okay,
Okay then.
right, thanks a million.
Thank you very much.
Right, bye.
Bye. There's another call here. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Anderson.
Good morning, sir. How are
My
you?
name is Wooly McCartney. I live in Coleraine.
Yes, Willie.
And I'll tell you what it is. I'm looking for a record made by Muhammad Ali. It's for a friend of mine who is really ill.
Yes.
And the name of it is Stand By Me.
Stand by. Oh, yes, I remember that. Cassius Clay, as they used to call him.
That's quite right, yes.
Stand by me, yes.
Do you
When
know
the
any-
night meets the sun.
That's right, yes.
That's the one, yeah.
Do you know anybody how I could get in contact with?
Not off the top of my head, but I imagine it shouldn't be too hard. Anyone out there has got Muhammad Ali's version of Stand By Me?
Yes.
By all means,
Wooly, my name is, again, Wooly McCartney.
Your name is Willie McCartney. Where do you live, Willie?
82 New Road, Coleraine.
Well, I didn't want your address, but the point, you live in Coleraine, basically.
Coleraine, yes.
All right, then. So anyone out there who knows where to get their hands on Stand By Me by Cassius Clay, or indeed Muhammad Ali. Was it under Muhammad Ali?
Yes,
Okay. We'd appreciate if you'd let us know.
Yeah, because my friend is ill and he was a great Muhammad Ali fan.
Okay. Right, okay, we'll do that for you.
Thank you very much indeed.
All right, then, okay.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye. Right. I've got a letter here from, let me just check. I'm sorry for making all the rattling, but my filing system isn't what it was. Dear Mr. Anderson, this is from Anne McGuigan. I'm asking for your help. No, I'm begging for your help, she says. On Tuesday, the 26th of July, you read out a poem called Big Aggie's Drawers. Yes, we do deal with the high end. And I would the high end of poetry, not the high end of, well, I would love if you could send me the words in an enclosed envelope. The reason is The reason is the last of our 3 daughters is getting married in September, and before the event we invite family and friends to our home for food, drink and a bit of crack. Always when it comes to my turn to sing, I haven't a note in my head, as indeed many people haven't. I know many good singers haven't a note in their heads, but they won't accept it. But if I had the words of above, I could read a poem instead. Wouldn't miss the show. Well, thank you very much, Andrew Gregan. I have in my hand, actually, the words of that. And I've got another one in today, which I think I should read. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll read the one about it's called Flags and Emblems. It's not necessarily about Big Aggie's drawers, but that's the basic premise. I'll read that maybe after the news sometime at the latter end of the programme. But here's one concerning a conversation I had with Geordie. I think it was on Tuesday. This is by John McMenamin from Castlederry. It says, Old Geordie hits a dry spell. Down at Geordie's cottage, frustrations in the air. The summer's nearly over, and there's nothing in the snare. Old Stanley, he's a turkey, is tramping like be damned. Old Stanley is an ugly brute, but greatly in demand. Old Stanley's looking happy as he struts about the street. Old Stanley is a Romeo, and life is looking sweet. Old Billy is hard at it. He's covering each day. The sun is shining brightly, and old Billy's making hay. Old Billy seems contented, can't believe his luck. Old Billy's glad he is a goat, and glad he is a buck. Geordie's line is in the water, but he hasn't got a bite. The days are getting shorter, and it's getting dark at night. Everything is at it. Love is in the air. Old Geordie's hit a dry spell, and he can only stand and stare. It's like Sodom and Gomorrah, with the rabbits in the rye. Geordie tries another aftershave, but still, the well is dry. The little birds are going crazy, fluttering underneath the eaves. Randy ants are in a frenzy as they rustle in the leaves. Old Geordie sits upon a stone, with penknife sharp and keen. He'll cut a notch in the bedpost when the red light turns to green. Love's slot machine goes round again. The bright lights flash and glow. Geordie can't hit the jackpot, and his money's getting low. Hark! A woman in a little car. Will old Geordie break his duck? She accelerates, going past the gate. Geordie's out of luck. Old Stanley saunters by the door. He's looking cute and sly. He winks at Geordie knowingly with his hooded eye. Get back, you boy! Yells Geordie, or I'll wring your scrawny neck. Don't wink at me, you ugly brute. Poor Geordie's a wreck. Get back, you boy! Cries Geordie. There's no need to rub it in. I'd cut the head off you, boy, and roast you in a tin. I might as well, said Geordie, be a monk out in Tibet. I just can't seem to catch a hen, and my snares are all readily set. A car stops by old Geordie's gate. Could this be his lucky day? He splashes on more aftershave and hollers out, Hooray! A high voice calls out, Cooey! It's Geordie Tuft. I've come to see you. I'm Michael from Seattle, and I've called round for my tea. Old Geordie gives a little sigh and goes to make the tea, and when Michael isn't looking, he puts the knife away. Old Stanley gives a gobble. His wee eyes are cute and pink. He peeps in at old Geordie, gives another wink. That's a good little record. I got that a while ago. That's from a local man called David McLean. It's called I Don't Want to End Up Like You. Well, many people don't. Right, here's a gentleman who wants me to do something for him. He says, I'm looking for pictures of the Coalman's Mission. It was a famous Belfast mission of the 50s, 60s and 70s. It was a gathering place for young and old on a Saturday night in Belfast before the Troubles, and was situated down on the Coal Quays near the Queen's Bridge. Maybe some of our elderly listeners, like John Bennett, would perhaps remember that. It was run by a wee man called Sammy the Dodger Spence. He was a real live wire. So anybody remember Sammy the Dodger Spence and a place called the Coalman's Mission down in near the Queen's Bridge and the Coal Quays. So any pictures of the mission building, which of course is now gone, or Sammy Spence, who is now also gone. So both the mission and Sammy are ex-people and ex-buildings. Or anyone who's got any photographs of the old coal quays would be greatly appreciated. He only wants to borrow them, and they will be returned. It's for history purposes. So there we are. Anyone who remembers the Coalman's Mission, Sammy the Dodger, or has any photographs of one or the other, or has any photographs of the old coal quays down on Queen's Bridge, give us a ring here at 08459 555 678, or alternatively, send us an email at gerry.anderson@bbc.co.uk. I won't tell you the text number because you look very old today.
Daniel was great. Where did you go? Was that at Newcastle, was it? Oh, right, yeah. And Daniel was great. Was there a big crowd? I suppose there was. Where? It changed? He changed his clothes. Right. 5 times.
Did he wear a dress? Ask him, did he wear a dress?
Is that, he was looking lovely, was he? Oh, well, I'm delighted to hear that. I really am glad you enjoyed the programme. Is that right? Right. Daniel's going a bomb. All right then. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Did he change into a dress at any time? Just...
I don't know. Is it funny that you and Daniel have something in common?
We have a lot in common, but he won't admit it.
Yeah. Magella.
That was very nice.
Isn't that amazing? You never mentioned that before.
That's Ricky Nelson, of course. Hello, Mary Lou. Right, before we get up to the news, we'll be off to the news, and we'll be back about 4 minutes past 11 o'clock. I have to tell you that one of the star attractions of this year's Keady Fun Weekend, which is occurring on the 8th, 9th and 10th of August this weekend, respectively, in aid of the Rose Mini and the Missions, will be Willie Nugent. Willie Nugent is a source of wonder, as far as I'm concerned. Many things Willie has done have defied logic. Now, on this Friday night, Willie Nugent will stand in Keady's main street, absolutely motionless, for 1 hour, dressed in the Armagh County colours. He'll be impersonating a council worker. Under his cap will be an envelope, which will contain the name of the Armagh 2002 All-Ireland football champions. If you can guess which name is in the envelope, you can take part in a draw. The winner will receive an Armagh football signed by all the members of the Armagh County team. When Willie decides to move an hour later, guesses will be £1 each. And even if you cannot make it along, you can still send your guess and donation to Willie. So why not come along, it says here, and enjoy the fun. There'll be lots of entertainment to suit all the family throughout the weekend. Willie Nugent was the man who pushed a pea with his nose for half a mile. Do you remember that?
Who was the man that you talked to the other day about the whitewash Geordie once? John, we're talking to Geordie after the news.
Well, I think that man threw a challenge down to Geordie.
What's his name?
His name will be in the book.
What book? We weren't there with you.
Well, you should have been listening.
Belfast.
I'll talk about this after. We'll be back after the news.
92 to 95 FM.
And 1341 medium wave.
Welcome back. Gerry Anderson here. I'll be here until 12 o'clock. The number to ring if you want to contact this programme is 08459 555 678. Email address gerry.anderson@bbc.co.uk. It's as simple as that. I know I had Gloria Hunniford singing Rose of Killarney somewhere. I'll find it, don't you worry. You're not getting away with that. You're going to have to listen to it. That's good. That's Terence Morrison. That's a song called Get Your Kicks on Route 66, made famous by the Rolling Stones, but before that, previously, by Nat King Cole. Now, there are people out there who want to hear... Do you want to hear Gloria Hunniford sing?
Hello, I do. Route 66?
No, Gloria Hunniford's not going to sing Route 66. If you ever plan to melt out west...
Yeah, but it was Route 66. Was that the Rolling Stones?
Yeah. Get your kicks. Yeah, they recorded that one of their very early recordings.
Are you sure?
Yeah, around about the time.
Was that not Chuck Berry?
Little Red Rooster. Oh, but they recorded it later, but then Chuck Berry, of course, recorded that before that. You're trying to catch me again.
No. When you said the Rolling Stones, it didn't sound right.
Yeah, they recorded that, of course.
Are you sure?
Kicks on Route 66.
All right, I'll not argue.
Of course they did.
There's a man called John on one.
You don't have to wait until the Gloria Hunniford sings.
No, you're very far away.
I know I'm very far away because I have to lean over and put on Gloria Hunniford.
But pull your microphone with you?
I'm not pulling it with me. I'm going to put on Gloria Hunniford.
Why didn't you talk to John just before?
I said no. I'm going to play Gloria Hunniford now singing Rose of Killarney.
And then will you talk...
Nobody's going to stop me.
But will you talk to John then?
After maybe another while. Tell him to hang on. I'll be with him eventually. It's very important.
Yeah, but don't segue.
I'll segue if I like.
No, please don't.
I'm segueing. How do you expect me to? I have to come out of Gloria Hunniford some way.
No, come out of Gloria Hunniford into John. Segue with John.
I can't come out of Gloria Hunniford suddenly and then, without any kind of buy or leave.
Yeah.
I have to come out of her gradually and then go into somebody else.
John is information.
No, I can't go into him after Gloria.
Please.
Look, tell him, can he not wait?
Well, why didn't you talk to him before you get into Gloria?
Yeah, why not?
That would solve the problem.
Where is he?
John's on one.
Good morning, John.
Morning, Gerry.
I didn't want to segue into you.
Uh-huh.
You may not know what that means because BBC talk for wasting time. What can I do for you?
Geordie, Gerry, it's just about old Geordie in the lime washing.
Old Geordie and the lime washing. Incidentally, before you go any further, may I say that a man came on here the other day and argued with me as to whether or not Geordie was telling the truth. He said there's no point in putting Daz into lime. He says to put in cement.
Aye.
And I said to him that Geordie might be upset at being abused by a man like that, and the man said he didn't give two hoots what Geordie thought. Now, Geordie has heard this, and he's contacted us by phone this morning, and he wants to talk to that man. He wants to have it out with him on the air. So if that man is listening, I know it's not you. Is it you, no?
Aye.
Was it you?
Geordie's right.
Was it you?
No, I just rang there a couple of minutes
No,
ago.
all I'm saying is if the man who rang up and told me about that and called Geordie basically a charlatan, if he cares to ring, Geordie wants to have it out with him on the air.
No,
Handbags at 15
Geordie's
paces.
Right, Gerry.
What?
See, if you put white cement and the lime wash, it'll harden like cement. It'll only keep in the bucket overnight.
Well, you see, that's what I
It
thought.
wouldn't keep in the bucket overnight, it would harden.
Yeah, but see, this is the sort of thing that we need to sort out with Geordie. Geordie is obviously going to throw that in his face.
Aye.
And I want to hear how that man reacts. He sounded very cocky the other day on Tuesday.
that
I didn't
man-
like him at all.
Geordie's right and that man's right. That man, you see, put the white cement on that would do it all right, but it wouldn't keep.
I know, I can understand your point. I can see where you're coming from. And, you know, let's not go there.
Yeah.
But I know there are certain flaws in the man's argument, but he has to come on here and talk about it. He can't just make idle threats and throw down a gauntlet and then disappear into the whitewash.
No, it's not called whitewash, Geordie. Gerry, it's called lime wash.
All right, then, let's not be pedantic.
And in the old days, the painters used to pedal in that.
You mean in a bicycle?
And used to pedal in to bind it.
How do you mean pedal it?
Pedal.
Pedal?
P.
Oh, you mean pish, isn't it?
Ah.
Oh, dear. Sorry, I didn't. Did you know what he said there? Pedal? I'm not used to pedal. Why didn't you just say pish?
No, stop that. That's a horrible word. Stop that.
I heard doctors saying pish.
No, wee-wee. Stop it.
Wee-wee?
Yes.
What are you on? Swap shop?
Yeah, well, something. Well, the man's right. John's right.
Tinkle?
Yes, tinkle or piddle.
So you tinkle into the whitewash, do you?
Into the lime wash, Gerry.
Yeah. You tinkle into the lime wash.
Uh-huh.
Right, well, I want to talk to Geordie about this. Thank you very much indeed. I've written this down, tinkle. How do you spell tinkle?
Tinkle.
All right, I've written that down. So but I want the other man, the protagonist, the man who treated Geordie, I have to say, shabbily. I want him to ring up and have the courage to face Geordie across the phone. And to argue his case like any true Protestant or Catholic.
No,
okay.
Geordie's right.
All right then. Well,
Geordie's
thank
right.
you. Thank you very much, sir. You're gonna have to listen to Gloria Hunniford now singing Rose of Killarney.
Good.
Okay, here she comes. Thank you.
Right, Gerry.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye. Gloria's a lovely singer. Just have a listen to this. It's a very moving moment for me to be able to put. Listen.
Every rosebud is wet with the dew.
Gloria doesn't sing anymore. I wonder why.
Of all the flowers in Ireland,
It's lovely.
none half so fair, dear, as you.
All we have now is Nadine out of Girls Aloud.
Rose of Killarney.
Listen to that.
Sure
Wouldn't it do your heart good?
Yeah. Was she singing before Jackie?
What?
Was she singing before Jackie?
Nobody was singing before Jackie.
All right.
Remember years ago, people used to sing like that? And we used to blow raspberries at them.
That's right.
And we didn't realise the quality. Remember we used to go to the concerts in St. Column's Hall?
Yeah.
And people would get up and sing like that, and we'd go, oh, for God's sake, bring on the group.
Somebody's aunt.
Somebody's aunt was always on.
Always singing, that's right.
Always on. They say, whose aunt's that? Oh, it's Jimmy's aunt. Oh, for God's
that's
sake.
it.
Give her a good clap, and you'd be going... But, you know, we didn't know that because we were just little ragamuffins then.
That's right.
Remember the Ricketts?
It has a beautiful voice there, beautiful quality.
Absolutely.
You know, she could have gone in any direction.
She could have been on TV or anything.
Yeah, that's right. It's really nice.
Could have had her own show on Channel 5. But alas, it was not to be.
What's she doing with herself now?
I wouldn't like to say.
That's nice there.
And there was always a pelcher on the piano. Remember, there was always a baldy man on the piano. And he always sat up straight and we used to always laugh at him. We didn't know anything about culture. We thought...
Pianists then had very thin legs. Why was that? They all had thin legs.
They all had thin legs and very high heels. And they had Northern Islers with the black seam down the back. Remember?
No, I'm talking about the pianists.
The pianists. Well, some of them used to wear high heels with black seams down the back too, even though they were baldy men. The piano players were what?
Thin leg men.
Yes, they had very thin legs. They were very unfit men. They weren't the kind of men that would go out and jog.
Yeah.
They were men that would sit... They all smoked too.
Yeah.
Then they used to have the fag at the side of the piano.
Sort of men that would wear a shirt for maybe 4 days.
And they smelly, yeah. You could smell their underarm deodorant.
Yeah.
The fact that it wasn't there.
Remember men used to have big black marks around the collar of their shirt?
That's right, because they were dirty scalps.
Yeah. You never see that now.
Never. And you ever see a man, he's taking off his shirt and his vest, and you can see the coal dust on it. You know, the vest had been on for like months. My father used to wear, those...
A vest?
No.
No what?
No, the long johns.
Right.
And he had a trap door at the back.
Oh, right. Yeah, we discussed that.
No,
before.
he had.
I don't know what's all
and he used to wear them for weeks on end.
That's all right. I know.
Well, you started it.
I did not.
You did. You started talking about men's drawers.
Were you talking about Kelly's coal?
No.
Was there a man looking for old photographs of Kelly's fuels?
Yes, there was a man looking for it. No.
Kelly's coal yard.
Just give us a minute, will you? What do you think? I've got an encyclopedic mind here? I'm looking for the email.
Well, a man phoned to say if he contacts Kelly's Coals in Belfast or Larne, they have loads of old photographs.
He wanted photographs of the coalman's mission.
The coalman's mission? What's the coalman's mission?
I don't know what a coalman's mission was. It was obviously like the sailor's mission. That's where you went when you were full. The coalman's mission was obviously down in Queensbridge. You see them coming out. The sailorman's mission is still there in Belfast. You see boys staggering out of it still.
Is that right?
Or staggering into it.
Yeah.
You know, it's good to know that when
What's just a bag of coal these days?
I really have no idea. No. Isn't it good to know that when we become alcoholics, that there's somewhere for us to go?
That's good.
Isn't it? Well, we will no longer be able to, go back and forward. No, we can just about make it home now. Yeah. There'll come a time in a few years' time and we won't make... Oh, listen to that.
She's a great singer, isn't she?
Yeah, it's her friend. I really enjoyed listening to her.
She should sing more.
You should put that on again.
That was nice. Is it a full cassette of Gloria singing?
Oh, I don't know. A fella sent it to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to send it back to him now in a minute. But you see, people don't...
Your shoulder's up your mic.
I know that. Look at that there. Why? BBC's gone to the dogs. I remember the time there used to be a fella in to move your shoulder away from the mic. He's not there anymore. Job swinging cuts. The man who moves your shoulder away from the microphone has been sacked because of... There's another man in to do it. The man who does the lights will do that as well. He'll move your shoulder away from the mic. Excuse me, my shoulder's close to the mic.
I wish I was.
That's the four of us, a song called Carrickfergus. I play that often. Someone else there, is there?
You got a message to give to me and you didn't do it. From Esther.
From Esther?
Yeah.
What was the message?
That the shadows are coming next June to the waterfront.
I did not get that message.
Someone got it.
Well, it's not me. I noticed the way you accused me right away.
I was told.
The shadows are coming to where?
The waterfoot.
I must make sure and be on holidays that week.
Waterfront.
Waterfront, yes.
Waterfront.
Waterfront.
We have a waterfoot here, you see.
Yes. Have you ever been in the waterfront hall?
I haven't.
I know you haven't. That's what I'm saying.
Why did you never take me there?
Because I don't like you with me.
I've been to the Odyssey.
Yes.
I've been to the King's Hall.
Yes.
I've been to the Ulster Hall.
Oh.
Never been to the Waterfront.
I don't want to take you there because I have friends there. I don't want them to see you.
I would love you to take me there.
Why don't you go yourself?
You were actually on the stage there.
Oh, many times.
I would like to walk. I asked you to let me walk out on the stage.
No, you did not.
I also asked you to let me walk on the stage of the Opera House.
Well, I didn't want you to
You were to arrange it, but you didn't do it.
I didn't want you to do that. No, because I thought it might have been bad for your wee heart.
Yeah.
Because the Opera House is different than most places.
It's got a big hole in it.
What?
It's still got the big hole.
In the front of it, yeah. Oh, yeah, for the orchestra. And if you get too excited and you start leaping about,
that's what I
down there, you kill yourself.
Yeah.
But you see, the thing about that, let me just tell people who do not realize what kind of a world, gay business world, we live in. No, I mean show business world. Well, it's
you live in
gay business world.
Yeah.
A show business world I meant.
There's a man
that I live in. I know there is a man. Just wait. He'll wait. Well, you see, there are certain places that are different. I mean, for instance, the Waterfront Hall, when you go on the stage there's a great feeling of space. Right. You know what I mean? A feeling of space. Yeah. A feeling that you can stretch out yourself. And you don't see the people, which is always good.
Right.
You can only see the first row because of the lighting. But you're aware of them up in their balconies like pigeons in a loft.
Right.
Right. But you've no immediate sensation of the people looking at you.
Well, how do you feel the space?
You just go out there and you can somehow breathe, Sean. You can breathe, you know? Uh-huh. And you don't feel as if people are crowding in on top of you.
Well, you wouldn't require much space.
Well, you can... Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But whereas in the Opera House, they're squeezed in on top of you. They're all down. You feel as if they're looking down your throat. And I feel quite intimidated often in the Opera House. Anytime I appear, I always prefer to appear in the waterfront.
The last time you were on stage in the Opera House, your leg shook.
Exactly.
Because I was down front and I could see your wee legs shaking.
My wee legs shook. Because I'll tell you why. I'm not
very
ashamed.
nervous.
I'm not ashamed of that. It's the intimidatory nature of the place that makes you nervous. Also, it was on television.
That's right.
But it's not that. It's just the immediacy of it. But see, I'll tell you a story, and I told you this before. I saw Richard Harris, his leg shaking. Remember I told you that?
Yeah.
And he was doing a bed.
What about Meatloaf?
His leg shakes too.
No, I remember his hands shaking.
His hands were shaking.
And that's the worst thing can happen. It's happened to me, it's happened to you, it's happened to most people. When
it happens to everybody who's ever been elected. It happens to everybody who's ever been elected mayor.
No, but once your hand shakes.
Do you ever notice that? I always go to, whenever mayors are elected, and whenever you see a new mayor come up to make a speech, I always go to look at them. Because their hands are always shaking. The piece of paper they read now is fluttering all over the place.
It's a mistake to hold a piece of paper.
It's a very big mistake to hold a piece of paper if your hands are shaking.
But do you remember Meatloaf's hand shaking?
His hands shook like crazy.
Do you remember?
In the Sony Awards.
That's correct.
Of course. Do you think I'm stupid?
No, I thought...
Why do you keep quizzing me?
I didn't think you remembered. I thought you were bluffing.
And if I was bluffing, you're going to catch me out, isn't that it?
No, I didn't think you remembered.
You went out of your way to try and...
No, I didn't think...
You went out of your way to just explain to the listeners that I was probably lying.
No,
so you said, no. Well, where then? Well, where then?
Not that you were lying.
If I had known the answer, you would have said, yeah, you don't know. Anyway, I've seen many people's legs shaking. I saw Shaky Stevens.
There's a man on two.
Shaking Stevens. Phil Coulter saw his legs shaking once. It's only because he thought he'd forgotten his wallet. Richard Harris saw his legs shaking. Saw Meatloaf's hand shaking.
Poor Ruby Murray.
Ruby Murray, I see her whole body shook.
Poor Ruby. She didn't enjoy her showbiz career because of nerves. She just couldn't enjoy it at all. She hated going on stage. She was physically sick before she went on stage.
Yes, and one of the downside of that is that, that could well be one of the reasons why Ruby Murray took to the crater.
Yeah, it's possible.
You see, to combat the nerves. See, some people, when they have nerves like that, I have a lot of show business friends. You have none. Yeah. But the stars that I hang around with, I often talk to them. When we're in clubs, VIP areas of clubs.
Has Kelly any nerves?
Kelly, he was the worst.
So you were saying.
He was the worst. Yeah. Kelly was the most nervous man I ever met. At the very start. Yeah. And halfway through his career. And you couldn't talk to him. Do you remember we used to be up there every once in a while? Do you remember every once in a while we would plead to get on, he would let us on? Mm-hmm. And you couldn't talk to him an hour and a half before the show because he was catatonic. He was so nervous. And then when he went on, I know he won't mind me saying this, but this is in public view, that when he actually went on, do you remember his shirt used to just soak completely?
Yeah.
So once he got all the sweat out of his body, he was all right. He used to relax after about 15 minutes. But the first 15 minutes of any show that Gerry Kelly done, he was a complete sopping, wet kind of bag of nerves.
You'll appreciate this.
Yeah, but no, I'm going to come to the good point now. Mm-hmm. And then about 2 or 3 years ago, he changed.
What happened?
I think he realized it didn't matter. No, he became very, very good and very not nervous. I remember being with him and sitting. I remember actually one night he was on the show. He was doing his own show. And about, what time did it start? 9 o'clock, something like that?
All right.
Well, assume it started at 9.
Yes.
Well, I was on with him, doing something, you see.
Yeah.
And about 10 to 9. Yeah. About 10 to 9. You see, he says, Mum, go for a wee fag.
I was there.
No, you weren't.
I was there. We were out the back.
Oh, you were there.
And the two of you smoked, and I would have looked at you.
I tried to blot you out. That's right. No, he was there. And he smoked, and he stood there and he smoked.
And a man had to call.
Gerry, come on. And he went, okay.
They'll be with you in a minute.
Whereas a couple of years ago, he could have stood talking.
And you were saying that to him. He said, I can't get over the transformation.
And he says, I know it doesn't matter anymore.
And he just walks on, he just does it now.
He just does the old crap. Just one after another. I have to say hello to Lily McComb of Duck, good friend of this programme. Hello to her from Kathleen in Ballymena. That's probably Kathleen McGarvey, our banjo player. And can I play the wedding song by Jimmy Buckley? Sorry, the wedding song by Jimmy Buckley for Sue in Cookstown. Do you know? Where are you?
Hold on.
Just shout at me like that.
No, sorry, I was way over. I was on the other end of the room.
I didn't know you were on the other end of the room. I can't see in there.
I know.
Sometimes you're not always there, are you?
No,
sometimes you're at the other end of the room.
I went over to another phone.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Is that all right?
Yes, of course it's all right. There's no need to be like that.
No, I'm just...
Do you know that I was talking to a person the other day, and they said to me, do you ever play the wedding song on radio? And I say, Andy Williams? He said, no. Jimmy Buckley. And I went, who? He said, Jimmy Buckley. He said, it's the most popular song in the country. I said, what's the most popular song in the country? He said, the wedding song by Jimmy Buckley.
I was asked for that yesterday too in your programme.
He said, they're all playing it. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
Is it all played? You know, in the Radio Donegal and all. Apparently it's on every 4 minutes. Oh, whatever it is.
What is it? What's it?
There's a whole... I bet you Hugo knows.
Today, is that one? Today is our day and... No, the list.
Yes, that's it. Today is our day and, and all that stuff.
I look at you and
you look at me and
happy
yes.
as the bride that the sun shines on tonight.
And we are in the bridal suite and we can't find the remote control for the TV.
All that,
Because nobody ever used it before. Well, you see, this is the sentimental end of it that we don't cater to that. I know. Listen, I bet you Hugo plays it 3 times a day.
Do you remember your man, the Whitewash band?
Yes.
That you were looking for?
Yes.
I found him.
Where is he?
Ireland has found him.
Where is he?
He's on 1.
Oh, great. Hello, good morning.
Turn me off.
I'm turning you off. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
This is Michael.
Michael, yes. I have to tell you that subsequent to our conversation, I had occasion to talk to Geordie.
Yes.
And Geordie heard you talking about him. He's not a bit pleased.
Is he not a bit pleased? Oh, then that's okay.
I think what upset him most was, I think was, perhaps if you don't mind me saying so, I think it was perhaps your attitude.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that I think it's perhaps your attitude.
What's my attitude? What is wrong with it?
I thought you were a little aggressive. And I thought that you were...
I wasn't aggressive at all.
No, I thought that you were dismissing Geordie's work. That's what I thought.
Well, as the old saying, I'm 100% right, but in this case, I'd be 1,000% right.
But you see, you have to take into consideration the feelings of others. You see, you have to take into consideration... Can you hear me okay?
I can hear very, very late, dimly.
Dimly, okay. You have to take into consideration sometimes the feelings of others. You see, if others have a different theory as to how you should do a job of work, then you should not go, if they don't know what they're talking about, this is how you do it, even though that may well be the case. You have to learn to use a little diplomacy. Well, so, you may have got Geordie's dander up. I don't know if he's listening or not.
I don't know, but if it is what I say, he'll say I'm 1,000% right.
Okay. And then we had another man earlier on today to say that your method, which was putting... What it was against cement?
White cement.
White cement into lime. He said would have
when you're starting off to walk in the morning or whatever time you start.
Well, he said it would have an adverse effect and that it would solidify the liquid and give you a kind of a concrete kind of solution, which is not what you want to paint your house.
No, he's wrong. All the guy man doesn't know what he's talking about.
It's there.
Geordie's there.
All right then. Okay. Good morning, Geordie.
Hello, Gerry.
And what do you call this man, Sean?
Michael Gormley.
Michael. But Geordie, this is Michael.
Well, Michael.
Hello, Geordie.
Tell me this. You put your 2 trowels in a bucket.
Pardon?
I don't think you've done
much. You see, he doesn't hear too well, Geordie. He's not trying to be cheeky.
Time.
What?
Have you done much whitewashing in your time?
An awful lot of it.
Ha. Well, put it this way. I was invited on June down to a wee... Well, I'm not mentioning no names.
Go on, mention names. Go on.
In Belfast.
Yeah.
An old pensioner. Right. One of those same houses in our backyard, but they were always done with whitewashing.
Yeah.
Well, she sent her son up to me to go down and do it for her.
Yeah.
With my mix. And then now next week I'm going up to Don Winter's cottage to whitewash it.
Yeah. So what you're saying, Geordie, what you're saying, Geordie, is that there've been no complaints about your mix.
No. And I had visitors from America in the month of March, and they said you've started early whitewashing. I says, no, I haven't started yet. And there was nothing, no flakes coming off. Not at all. No, James, dear, I don't think you've done much whitewashing.
Who, me?
You.
Hey, God,
when you put it in the bucket.
I may have done more whitewashing than you.
I wouldn't think so.
Well, I'm sure,
I've lived a lot more years than you.
I'm 1,000% right in this.
No, you're not. You're as far out as your first part.
Well,
being honest. I heard boys talking about putting...
Hold on.
I heard boys talking about putting
Geordie.
Clap in it.
Geordie.
I heard boys talking about putting diesel in it.
Geordie.
Diesel?
Geordie, let me just check something. Sean, did he say fart?
No, I didn't. I don't know. Just carry on. It's all right.
All right, okay. Go ahead.
I heard all these mixtures.
Yeah.
Yes. But how is it when they're looking whitewashing done, they come to me? Are you doing Don Winter's cottage? Oh, why did that woman...
No, I'm not.
She in Belfast.
Hundreds in the time.
You never did Don Winter's College?
I'm going up next week to do it.
Well,
he was the founder of the Orange Order.
I'll do it with my mix of whitewash.
Well, that's okay. I'm not putting you off.
No, because...
No, but you see, you're implying that your mix is superior, sir. And you have to talk it up.
That's okay. If you didn't want to do, that's okay.
No
problem.
Because my whitewash doesn't flake when the frost hits it,
Well,
as
that's
you're
okay.
talking about.
That's okay.
So
That's okay. I'm not keeping you any longer. Okay.
No, get your wee factory.
Right?
Okay,
Ah.
well.
You see? All right, see that, Geordie? See now, look, you see what happened there, look?
What?
It ended up in tears.
Hmm?
The man lost his nerve.
No, it was your fault. It was all your fault. Why? Oh, I can't hear you. Did you do something in my head?
Hold on a second.
Where are you?
I don't know where I am.
You're very low.
Am I low?
You're very faint. I can't hear
Stop
you.
it. I'm not faint. What is something happened? Something.
Am I too loud?
Oh, I know what it is.
There's something wrong.
Is there? Well, go away, look, and I'll fix it.
No, it was all your fault.
What was my fault?
You interfered.
You did.
You did. It's all your fault. Those two men are now, I would say, not speaking to one another and probably bad-mouthing one another, and it's all your fault.
It's because you said fart.
It's all your fault. See, where are you?
I don't know where I am. Can you not hear me?
You're very, very slow.
I'm going away now.
Well, go to music and try and fix yourself.
Can you hear me?
We can just about.
I don't know what's wrong. Oh, we better play a record, look, and we get a man in.
All right. Get Shane in.
Right, okay.
Right.
It's because he said fart. That was the reason for it. That's Kieran Goslow is just around the corner. Okay, I'm going to read this before I go. It's called Flags and Emblems, otherwise known as Big Maggie's Drawers. When it came to flags and emblems, Northern Ireland had its share. They bedecked the trees and lampposts as they flutter in the air. The red and blue are plain to see. The orange and the green, Israeli flags, Palestine flags are also sometimes seen, and others. When it comes to paramilitaries, they have their own design. They're marking out their territory, and to some it may seem malign. The other night, Big Aggie was hanging out her clothes. She pinned up a pair of big drawers, then stood up and picked her nose. The wind began to blow that night, until it blew a gale. The bloomers slipped their moorings, and off the drawers did sail. The bloomers sailed off in the night, the north wind blew them higher, until at last the drawers got snagged on a high electric wire. At break of day, the people came. They stood and puffed their fags. They were checking if the gale last night had done damage to their flags. The flags did gaily flutter in the early morning breeze, and the people smiled to see the flags on the lampposts and the trees. Makes them happy, you know. But flying high above them all and nearly reaching to the stars was a massive flag of red and green. It was Aggie's great big drawers. The crowd stood in amazement to see a flag of green and russet. Thank God they're high, thought Aggie. Or they'd see the double gusset. What does it mean, the people said? Is that flag Tig or Prod? And they all agreed that the giant flag was a sign from God. It's a sign from God, a wee man said. His name was Willie Bean. He wants us all to have one flag, and that flag is red and green. The people all took down their flags and headed for the bars. They all swore true allegiance to Big Aggie's giant drawers. And now, of course, there's just one flag, and it flies throughout the land. The Tigs and Prods salute the flag and hold each other's hand. Big Aggie's drawers brought unity, and hate has left men's hearts. But Big Aggie feels a cold wind blow around her southern parts. Old hatreds now are left behind. No black smoke mars the stars, and the people walk with heads held high under Aggie's great big drawers. And every year at Old Drum Cree we all march hand in hand, and children wave the red and green, the flag of this wee land. It flies above each building, beloved by Tig and Prod. Big Aggie's giant bloomers brought us nearest to our God. Was it just fate that windy night when the drawers took to the air, or can we see the hand of God in Aggie's underwear? Did God release the bloomers? Did he have a cunning plan? Did he use Big Aggie's bloomers to bring peace to this wee land? Why did Aggie wash her drawers that night and hang them on the line? She must have known the cold north wind would freeze her large behind. Was it fate that made her do it? Was it written in the stars? Did an angel whisper to her, Aggie, go and wash your drawers? But thank God for Big Aggie, the greatest woman of our age. She pinned her drawers on the line and took away the rage. And now the war is over, and no one wants to fight, 'cause Aggie hung her bloomers out on a cold and windy night. And what about the heroin? Did Big Aggie get her gong? No. Big Aggie kept the secret safe. And now she wears a thong. morning, Pat. Hello, Pat? Well, where is he then?
Well, Pat's on one. He should be on one.
He's not talking to me. Hello, Pat? No, he's not there. He's not there. Tell him I tried.
Well, okay, I'm sorry.
Tell him I tried.
Okay, you did.
Okay. That's a request from Mr. Bassman. No, that's Blue Moon. Hello to Joe and Marion Doherty of Hathmore Park in Derrystoke, London. That's where I used to live. Who celebrate their 30th wedding anniversary today. That's from their sons. And hello to Mary and Jared Mulholland of Tully New Bank, it looks like. Sorry if I haven't got that right, in Glenavy. Congratulations on celebrating their 46th wedding anniversary today. That's from their cousin Maureen. And somebody wants to hear a boy named Sue. It's all the boys lumbered with the names of Magella or Mary. There are a lot of boys, you know, in Donegal in particular, whose middle names are Mary. You meet them every now and again. They're boys named Sue. You're absolutely right. And fellas called Magella. Where could Mr. Sloan get the Mrs. Miller CD? There's a website on Mr. Sloan if you have access to the net. All you have to do, I can't remember the website name now. All you have to do is go into Google, www.google.co.uk, and just type in Mrs. Miller and punch the thing, and the search engine will find you Mrs. Miller's site. Belfast callers looking for a good home for a 2-year-old black Labrador. Anyone who wants to take in a 2-year-old black Labrador, give us a ring here. It's probably a wee bit late now because the crazies have already started to complain about various flags and emblems, and probably about me reading out about them and not taking it seriously enough, implying that our flag could be taken down and a pair of bloomers inserted instead. But then again, maybe it's what this country needs. More bloomers and less flags in the air. What?
A man's phoned in to say that you're sounding more like wee Manny every day.
That's it.
It's my uncle.
You see, I didn't know that. You're away again now. Am I too loud now again?
No bother.
You see how loud everyone is in here.
Is that better?
No, it's not a bit better.
There's something technically wrong. The man didn't come in.
So you've now left Magella, and you're now Manny. I think you're far better. Wee Manny.
Well, I was Snowy for a while.
Yes, I know you're Manny. Wee Manny.
Then I was Magella. Manny.
Is it Wee Manny? Or just Manny?
It's Wee Manny. Yeah.
We'll call you Wee Manny.
No, I don't want that.
I think you've got it.
I'm going now.
All right.
Goodbye. I'll be back tomorrow at approximately 10:30 tomorrow morning. Okay. Bye.